Are you
So
looking forward to seeing him?
I haven't seen him wrestle in a long time. I am, and I think the WWE has the kind of management where CM Punk hopefully doesn't feel like he's on an island. He seemed to feel like he was all by himself in AEW. You know, for the kind of wrestling he wanted to do, the kind of performing he wanted to do, you know, his insistence on what it means to be a professional wrestler. Yeah, that becomes an angle every now and then. Like Gunther's currently doing that. Like, what should a professional wrestler really be? But it seems like CM Punk had that mindset when he went to AEW. He was almost too cool for school over there. Just to throw out a ridiculous phrase that shows my age. But maybe in the WWE, with the kind of management they have, the kind of structure they have, he maybe won't feel that, just that animosity towards the way the place is run. I think the WWE that CM Punk left 10 years ago or so is different from the WWE of 2023, almost 2024. And if it's different in a positive way for all parties involved, you know, like you said, he still draws numbers. He still gets follows on social media. If they advertise him and people know he's on TV, he'll probably still draw some extra viewers. I think if everybody can be actually professional about this, there's no place to go up with it. It's a big if.
That is a massive if. If everyone could be professional, we shall see. I will say one more thing, because, you know, I think we should probably, it's the lead. We'll keep going on it. But one more thing
It's a surprise
is the fact that, he has been attacking Triple H personally for years now. He's really going on all these podcasts, these rants and news about Triple H, all the heat he's had with him, how much he doesn't like them, and, you know, he's back. It's like, he's the booker, he's very high up, but, you know, there's no love lost there between CM Punk and Triple H, and it's interesting to see, like, okay, well, if he's going to bring in ratings, then you're going to have to suck it up and work with him, so.
Wow, okay, so I thought maybe they were at least getting off on a neutral foot here.
No.
But no.
He's kind of like gone on podcasts, destroyed the WWE, ranted and raved and talked about how horrible they are. Kind of like he's done with AEW. Like he just blows everything up. Some would say, you know, he's just kind of a cancer, you know? He's like a locker room cancer. But he's a really good performer. Like Terrell Owens from the he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, but every place he went, he would go there, he'd freak out, he'd go crazy. I'm an Eagles fan, so I remember this vividly. He's like the TO of the WWE. So
he wears out his welcome.
Certainly. And then, but he's a Hall of Famer. So
yeah. Well, we'll see if they can squeeze something out of CM Punk before he wears out his welcome. That it's going to be another timing issue. So what about this match?
We got a comment here too. Welcome back, CM Punk. SmackDown.
And once a month, SmackDown. All right, because we watch SmackDown. Don't bury the lead. Thank you, Outlaw Ace.
Yeah. So we are. So Outlaw Ace. Thank you so much. We 100% agree, man. Bring him to SmackDown. Let's give him his. He's like a cat with 9 lives. Let's give him his 8th life now, right?
Right.
And bring him on. He's going to be a great guy. So we're thinking positive here.
Sure. Subscribe to our channel. Don't bury the lead, a wrestling channel. Find us on YouTube. That's where all the best stuff is. It's our not only our live streams, but our archive. CM Punk, where do you think he goes now? Before we get to the match, WWE has so many good hot baby faces. 4 or 5 of them were in the ring tonight for the main event. Plus, they've got LA Knight. They're loaded with guys who are really over with the crowd and who the crowd is cheering for, not in a smart mark way. Do you see room for CM Punk as a baby face in the WWE, or what's going to have to do this? Fantasy book this on like 5 minutes notice here, Dr. John.
Well, I'll tell you what, I did not think he would come back, so I haven't put all that much thought into it. But it is pretty wild to think that they have, a top level guy back into WWE that seemed like he's gone forever. Mm-hmm. He's back, which is only good for us as far as like the views we'll get from the show tonight.
Of course.
We're going to get a cheap pop here as a result of CM Punk coming back. So I'm looking forward to it from that perspective. But I will have to say, I do watch AEW, and it was a bit tiring with all the backstage stuff. Like having to like deal with that. It's very, I would say this, it's been kind of, I'm a little over it. So knowing that all that stuff is just going to come back, like he's not going to change. We'll have to see where this leads him. Really, he probably is just going to be a heel at this point. Or at least positioned as a heel. If he's even coming back in a full-time capacity, maybe he's coming back because he had like a big falling out with WWE, but he came back as like an analyst at one point. And then he went back to, he went to AEW, and then he was wrestling full-time and was their champ and all that. So it'll be interesting to see if he still wrestles or if he's just going to kind of come back, be part-time, do the analyst thing, and he's on the WWE roster. I don't know. We'll see.
You want to see him on SmackDown? We watch SmackDown. They're going to have to mention this on Raw in 2 days. But do you want him to settle on Raw or SmackDown? I'd like to see him on SmackDown because babyface or heel, I think SmackDown could use the boost considering how many top babyfaces are on Raw already.
Yeah, let us know too. Anybody that's chiming in here in the live stream, if you're happy to see CM Punk back, if you were like, oh no, he's back, or if there's a mix. But from my perspective, hey, it'll make it more interesting to watch him. I don't have a lot of hope for him to like hang on for long term and be a great guy. I think we did a video about this recently with MJF talking about people that in pro wrestling that aren't great people, but are great performers and great characters. Like he mentioned Hulk Hogan. So this is another one of these guys, which not a good person, but he's going to have some eyes on the TV screen and he is interesting. I will have to admit tonight when I heard the music, I got a pop. I was like, oh my God, he's here. So we'll see.